This is Guns, Knives, and Watches, and this is the Kelty Redwing 40 for women. Comes in a couple different colors. Comes in purple. Also comes in blue. Got that there blue, man. Is it the largest pack in the world? No. It is 40 liters. So you have to understand that going in. So you have to pack very efficiently. But for a lot of women of smaller stature, that's really about as much weight as I really want them to carry anyway, because it just makes my job a lot easier. A 100-pound female is not going to be able to carry the same thing as a 175-pound male. Testosterone, this, that, or the other just makes it a little bit different. But this pack is perfect for the smaller members of my family. It will fit anything from 14.5 to 18.5 torso length. And you need to know what your torso length is before you start going out and spending money on a packs. This is around a $100 backpack. It has very durable fabric on the exterior of it. It has a lot of convenience features like admin pouches like this, that, or the other. Am I going to go hike the Appalachian Trail on it? Probably not. But at 2 pounds and 14 ounces, it's not a bad bag, and it gives you a tremendous amount of versatility. Now, the Kelty Redwing 40 for women has been redesigned in the past couple years. A lot of people are very familiar with the old style of Redwing, the Redwing 50s, this, that, or the other. If you've seen all the videos, they've made this thing forever. This, of course, is the redesign, the newer bag, and this is 2014. What do I really like about this pack? One, I like the durable fabric. If you're not, going backpacking all the time, this, that, or the other, or someone's extremely tired, Mrs. Guns, Knives, and Watches will sometimes, I'll push her a little too hard and she'll get a little tired, and then, blood sugar will drop and this, that, or the other. That's another thing. Big people just have a lot more reserves. And that's one thing you need to understand when you're backpacking. Before you go on a big, long backpacking adventure, it doesn't hurt for you to have a few extra pounds, because you're going to walk them off. You're going to get rid of them, because being able to take in 4,000 or 5,000 calories a day when you're out on the trail is a very hard thing to do. But that's a side note. What do I like about this Kelty Redwing 40? And this pack has some of the things that Mrs. Guns, Knives, and Watches keeps packed in her pack all the time. So we'll just kind of sort through them. Of course, she's got a pack towel. This is a micro net. This is a medium. It's a 20 by 40. It's just a very nice convenience issue. She's got wipes in a lock sack. She's got her Petzl headlamp and extra batteries. Could I cut that holder down? Yeah. Am I going to? No. It's not going to matter that much. And of course, these are Sanyo in-loop batteries. Of course, she's got some hygiene things. Not a big first aid kit, because I carry that. But she's got some pills and things and pads and this, that, or the other. She's got her favorite Optimus spoons. It's a titanium spoon, but it's got a very long handle, and the end of it is polished, so that it just has a good tactile feel in your mouth. The ones that are not polished there on the end are kind of a little gummy. Of course, this one's shown some wear, but titanium's just going to do that. She's got her whistle, because every one of my group carry a whistle. And then there's the knife that she carries, and it's just a Spyderco H1 ladybug with just a ring and a clip on it, so she can clip it on to the outside of her pack or wherever she wants to. And we got that clip from CountyCom, of course. But it's a very handy little setup, and really when you're backpacking, that's basically all the knife you'll ever need, especially if you're through hiking or you're doing something like that. You're not out in a wilderness survival situation. So I really like the admin pouch. I really like the pouches on the side of this Kelty Redwing. Let me kind of move the camera just a little bit. Now, on the side of the 40, these are not as big as the Kelty Redwing 50 that we used to have. And, of course, the Smart Water 750 milliliter bottles aren't going to fit in there perfectly. They're going to stick out the top. If that bothers you, you can sit there, and when you get them, these are the 1 liter bottles, and the 1 liter bottles usually don't come with those flip-off caps, or those flip-up caps. So you can just switch the flip-up cap over to a 1 liter, and I can carry that. And Mrs. Guns, Knives, and Watches can carry a standard cap if that, if that bothered her, which I'll have to tell you, it probably doesn't. And then that will zip over it. Of course, I was having a little trouble there zipping it over it because I'm on camera. There we go. So that's one thing to take into consideration. You want easy access to hydration on the exterior of the bag. And while I'm thinking of it, I'm going to use that flip-up cap right there, boy. Take that there thing off of it, flip it up, and get me a drink. Great cap. I use one of these on my Sawyer squeeze. Of course, you don't need one with the Sawyer Mini. Another good thing about these side pockets, like all other Kelty Redwings from a certain generation, you can put tent poles through there, any of your longer objects, and of course you have the mesh pocket on the bottom, drying things out, The big difference between this Kelty Redwing and the other Kelty Redwings basically comes up to the top of it. One, let me see if I can get this far enough from the camera. It has a brain area up here, and of course she's got her UCO matches and a lighter up here for ease of access. Of course, we were getting in a downpour. The lighter would really need to be in the bag, and I'll show you that in a second. And then it has the ability to unzip the top and use as a top loading bag, or let me see my great organized workbench, or unsnap the straps on the side that are used for basically tightening up the bag. They're compression straps for compressing it, and you have full access to your bag. Now, what is the white bag, you say? It's a trash compactor bag. And this is what we basically line all of our bags with. It's white so that it reflects light very well. You can see down in it. We have our entire sleep system in here as far as a pillow and our Neo Air mats. We don't use the Neo Air bags that they come with because it's much easier just to put it in here, compress it down, and then get her done, boy. Of course, she's got her Esbit titanium cup in here with lid. And the one thing I really like about this lid is it doesn't have a whole lot of holes up here for straining, for this, for that. It's just got 3 basic little holes. That's okay. A lot of holes, like in some of the cups that I've seen, where one of them in particular has the ability to have a lid on it with a fish mouth spreader. The problem is you lose so much efficiency from those big holes being cut up in here and so much strength that why even have a lid? You just keep some ash out of your pot. It'll go in those big slits on the side. But anyway, plus the Esbit titanium. Titanium actually conducts heat better than stainless steel. You wouldn't think that because most titanium pots are very thin. That's why I kind of railed on Esbit for that one manufacturing defect for the thin titanium. But titanium actually conducts heat better than stainless steel, and aluminum conducts heat the best. So an aluminum pot or a titanium pot are always what I would carry, not only because of the weight savings, but also for their efficiency and their ability to conduct. Now, if you use really thin titanium, you're not going to see the effect. But if you use thicker titanium and you get products and you can go and actually test the products and actually see what they're made of and how they're made, you'll realize that titanium really is more efficient than stainless steel. Not only that, it's a tremendous amount lighter and stronger. But of course we marked the 16 fluid ounce right there and then wrote on it 16 fluid ounce or 2 cups at that mark, and you can see that on the inside of the pot very easily and feel it. But we take our trash compactor bag out of it. Of course, it still has the hydration sleeve for a hydration bladder and then the 2 hooks. Basically, what I always do to these things is I cut these out because we don't use hydration bladders, and then we use this for a map pocket or large plastic bags, trash bags, this, that, or the other. Throw that in there so that they're protected. Now, your maps you're going to have to keep in a waterproof container, but we always do that. Of course, the Kelty Redwing still has that plastic reinforcing frame. It also, so it has quite a good frame built into it. It also has the aluminum stay that goes up through the center. Still has the same comfortable straps with it. They have redone over the years. A lot of mesh area for air ventilation, some basic channeling of air, and then a good hip belt strap that offers the ability to strap things to it, which is a great option, and then a good strong buckle. But at 2 pounds 14 ounces, which is a little under 3 pounds, that's pretty much what you would expect. Very durable fabric, very bomb-proof design. Another great option on this pack, of course, is the ability to strap things to the bottom, and she's got her sit pad right here with her Outdoor Research 24-inch straps on it. But this is the Kelty Redwing 40 again, and it's a great pack. It fits anyone from 14.5, and let me think about this, 14.5 to 18.5 torso length. When you're buying your pack, you need to know what your torso length is, and there are great videos on YouTube and elsewhere where you can figure out how to measure that. And it's 40 liters or about 2,400 cubic inches. It's not the biggest pack in the world. You know, I wouldn't want to go around the world trip with it. But for people of smaller stature, lightweight, minimalist type packs who want a very durable exterior on the pack to protect the internal components, this is a good option. You know, we backpack with a Big Agnes copper spur UL2, which is a small tent, very lightweight. The fabric is, you know, not the most durable stuff in the world. Of course, we always have a ground cloth under it, and we bought the footprint, the standard footprint. But the one problem that we have with any of our gear is the durability of the bag. We can make tents work. We can go ultra lightweight like that copper spur. We can use, you know, air mattresses that have no foam in them at all, like the Thermarest Neo Airs. We can use all this type stuff. We can use, you know, knives that you can drop in the ocean and they'll be fine 100 years later, like this H1 Ladybug from Spyderco. But the pack is something that I never go lightweight on. But this Redwing 40 has been the absolute dream of a pack, and I can't wait to go out on my next adventure. And she really enjoys the layout, of course, color, fit, everything. And can't argue with that. Is it worth the extra couple ounces? My vote is yes. This is Guns, Knives, Watches, and have a good one.